Enter a vehicle right from your desk with the interactive HMI database screens.
We can use the button in the upper left corner to lock the car, the button on the right to unlock the car, turn on the so-called goodbye lights, or unlock the trunk. In addition, I can also activate the alarm system. So let's kick it off by unlocking the vehicle first. There is a welcoming animation in the instrument cluster and in the head unit. We're going to open the door, get in, and close it again. The rearview mirror is now activated. We're going to turn on the ignition next, and our very own personal welcome message pops up in the head unit. Good morning, screens. So let's turn on the engine next. And there is an instant reaction in the instrument cluster and in the head unit. The first thing we see are warning messages in the instrument cluster. We're going to push the button on the steering wheel to hide them and to see the entire instrument cluster. So let's have a closer look at that while we're here. Once we push the button in the center of the left side, the IC view changes, and we can now navigate through the different features. The first on our list is Vehicle, which focuses on tire pressure or warning messages. I can accept or make calls when choosing the phone menu. Only if a phone is connected though. Media uses different media sources such as USB, Bluetooth, and 3 different radio station types: DAB, FM, and AM. Trip offers information on different trips with your vehicle. Again, we can pick the layout shown. Up next is Info Panel, where I can pick from 7 different instrument cluster settings. As we've already mentioned, we can change the entire layout of the instrument cluster. We can pick a 2-die layout, a 1-die layout, use the map full screen, media full screen, or the driver assistance full screen layout. In addition to the instrument cluster settings, there are settings for the head-up display. I can change the brightness, as well as the position and the content. The content consists of driver assistance, navigation, traffic sign recognition, gear state, and phone. We're pretty much done with the IC, so let's jump on over to the right side of the steering wheel. I can switch between adaptive cruise control and the limiter. I can set the driver assistance systems, increase or decrease the speed, cancel or resume them. The arrows can be used to increase or decrease the distance to the car ahead. A special feature in this case, pushing and holding the arrow to decrease the distance will activate cruise control. Cruise control can be deactivated by pushing and holding the button to increase the distance to the car ahead. The button in the upper left corner is used to activate the lane keep assist. So let's scoot over to the head unit next. We can immediately see that the head unit is divided into 3 different tiles. We can add up to 9 different tiles to the home screen. We have navigation, phone, and media, followed by driving style, energy impact, wheel information, slope assist, weight sensing, and compass. At the beginning and at the end of the list, we can tap the pen icon to edit the home screen content. Further menu items can be found if we click on Apps on the home screen. This is where we find an overview of the entire spectrum of different features or apps, as Land Rover calls them. Some of them are displayed in the tiles depending on how the driver has arranged his or her home screen. There is an optional Connect account depending on whether a driver profile is active or not, which offers streaming services, media and parking, as well as weather. In the upper left corner, I can create a new account or edit an already existing one. Below, I can use different shortcuts or edit them by tapping the icon and then dragging and dropping them to the left side. In the right-hand corner, we can open the settings. They are divided into Quick Settings, the most recently used feature, in this case Home Screen, Audio Settings, and last but not least, All, which contains connectivity, vehicle-related settings, general settings such as units, languages, or keyboard. Apps contains an overview of the different features and additional settings for every feature available. In addition, we have notifications and software updates. The button above Settings on the right activates the camera. We're now going to move on to the control unit next. We can immediately see that the control unit has its main focus on the climate settings. Still, there are some vehicle-related functions on the left. I can lift or lower the vehicle, use further assistance systems such as the downhill assist. I can change the drive mode, or as already mentioned, change the climate settings on the right side. Before we wrap things up, we're going to switch the gears, starting off with reverse. The camera is automatically activated. Next up, neutral. Followed by drive. The parking assist is active. I can tilt the gear shift to the left to activate an individual gear mode. And last but not least, park. The last display unit we'll be looking at is the mirror. The mirror does not have a touch function. I can switch between brightness and the position. We'll have a closer look at that on screens. We're now going to move back down to the Start and Stop button and proceed to turn off the car. We're going to open the door and leave the vehicle. We're going to take the key and lock the car. The mirrors are retracted, the displays are shutting down, and the only thing left is the warning light in the IC and the parking brake.